right? Because you have two things happening. First, you have the person who creates the false information, and then you have the person who spreads it. So there are two roles, and then there's a person who's, a lot of times, spread it and they'll pass it on. Okay? That COVID-19, right? There are very many books that will tell you that, you know, lemon is good for you, garlic is good for you. So that's two things. You have the person who creates it and the agent who spreads it. And they can be the one person or they can be different people. Now, on the question of holding them accountable, what you're asking, I think, is another whole question. So I'm going to restate it to bring out this other question that you're not mentioning. And the question people often ask is, who checks the fact checker? Okay? Why does this person who is a fact checker think he has the right to call out other people? Who do you think you are? And the answer to that first question is that when you decide to check facts, you're also exposing yourself to public scrutiny. Yeah? You are putting yourself out there, and it is anybody can criticize you. So when I write a report about the fact-checking work that I do, anybody in the world is free to point out that what I have done is wrong as well. Yeah? And the person who holds them accountable is the public. I mean, journalists do it a lot, but really any person should be able to hold accountable somebody for spreading false information. So if you come across a video on the internet and someone is spreading a manipulated picture, you know, there's your favorite, you know, or an election candidate that you don't like is pictured holding a dagger and someone has photoshopped a dagger in his hand to make him look bad, right? If you know that that has been photoshopped deliberately, then even you can say that that picture is fake and you can provide the correct picture. Anybody can do that. So there is no one person who is privileged to be a fact checker and call out misinformation or hold people to account. Anybody can do it as long as you have the tools and you know how to do it. And I encourage all of you to learn the tools so that you can do it.
Yeah. And the truth is we need more fact checkers than we already have, right? We have so many questions still. I'm looking over to Grace in case she wants to comment. You're waving to me, okay? You want to comment? Okay, all right, thank you. So we have another question over here.
I have two questions. One to the gentleman in black. You're speaking for Kenya. In Uganda, me, who is coming from a media background, in media, first of all, we love the negative. The negative is news. That's Ugandan media. I don't know what's happening in Nairobi, but to us, anything negative, we go. We have the numbers, we have the timelines, we have the targets, good to go. And we lack guidelines to the same. If an artist comments that Media House A, B, C, D, and E wrote a story about them, we just probably take it off social media, and that would be it. But we have damaged. And then secondly, to Grace, who is a mentor expert. I am in the same field with you. I own a mentor platform. It's called Mentor Pitch Uganda. We offer therapy services to the youth. I've just entered your field through passion. But I had a challenge with people from your profession because they are more into the theory, not the practice. And deal with the youth, because some of them just need a friend. They don't need you to tell them certain medicine works, or antidepressant or anything like that. So what practices are you putting in place for people to overcome depression, not basing on theory, on what you know, the books and what, but how are you really advising somebody to heal themselves?
Okay.
Not basing on
Thank you.
Documentation. Thank you.
I think we're branching out a little bit of our topic. So, and also because time is running out slowly, I ask both of you to answer shortly, please. We have 5 more minutes of questions, and then I promised you a small game. So that's why we need to be finishing on time. Grace, why don't you start?
First of all, I think I'm sorry you've come across maybe the wrong people in this profession, because we still operate under particular professional guidelines and ethics. Yeah? So you may be doing this mental health advocacy and support. I guess you're a peer counselor. A peer counselor is someone who has either had an experience, they're not really credentialed, or they don't have maybe a degree in counseling or mental health or psychology, but because they have a passion, they're doing this thing. So your question is, how do you overcome depression without it being in theory? I want you to remind you that depression is a mood disorder, first of all. Yeah? It causes you to lose your will to be, to go, or to do. Yeah? So you feel like life is such a drag, and ideally you question life, existential crisis, why you're here, why you're on this earth, what your purpose is. So ideally, when someone, maybe onset depression, because there's a psychiatrist for combination drug therapy, where they're prescribing medication to manage your depression as well as talk therapy. However, when someone is at mild depression,
To talk about disinformation and fake news, please let me remind you. That's why I don't want to be rude, but I want to use the time we have. That's why, Vincent, can you answer the other question, please? Could you share the microphone? I don't want to give mine.
I'll be very quick, and I just want to say that the situation you're experiencing here in Kampala and Nairobi is the exact same. People are tuning out of media. They don't want to watch TV every night because the news is always bad, right? They don't want to watch TV anymore. So if you ask a lot of people what they watch, they want to go out and watch other things, wildlife documentaries and things of that nature. And because the Kenyan media is in that space where it's trying to pivot and retain sustainability, they've actually started producing some of that happy content. So you have programs of Kenyans who are going abroad. There's a program called Daring Abroad that's very popular. It's about a Kenyan journalist who finds Kenyans who are doing interesting things all over the world, and he flies there to talk to them. So you have a top brain surgeon in New York, he goes to New York to talk to him, things like that. So very positive. There are other wildlife documentaries. So it's like Nat Geo Wild, but it's completely Kenyan African, where you follow the animals in the bush and do that kind of thing. So they're responding to this thing of negative news all the time. It's everywhere, and media houses have noticed, and the ones that are changing, the ones that are succeeding, because people are watching those things and also noticing that not everything that happens is a big story. Yeah? Not everything that happens. So if you want to interview the celebrities and you want to have nice stories about their music or how they came to write certain songs, you can do very deep, interesting stories about that kind of thing that people are going to like. And so I just wanted to say that what you are experiencing is not a figment of your imagination, it's true.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the most popular videos everywhere are videos with cute little cats, right? So in case you feel bad, just watch a video with a cat. We had one question over there.
And here.
Who has the microphone?
It's here.
Okay.
Yes. Mine
You're
is
also a lawyer?
Yes.
Okay.
Please do not attack.
Please keep it short.
Yes, please. Mine is only a comment. The questions people are asking mainly was, how do we know that it is fake news and what can we do about it? Many times we are very unable to actually know, but sometimes on these platforms, if we just pay enough attention, for example, if someone posts a message and you just go down in the comments, you'll realize that there are people who take their time to actually go bring those facts and tell you this one is actually lying, this is the right thing. So that's step one. Number two, on these platforms, I'm wrapping up. Yeah. On these platforms, they have added many things that you can actually report. You can report this is actually fake news, or you can report this account consistently sends out wrong information. That's about it.
Thank you very much. Let me also ask Natalia, if she's still online, if she wants to comment on that before I give back to Vince.
I would like to comment on something that I think is
Yes, please.
is a dangerous direction of this conversation. You know, journalism yes, unfortunately, a lot of news is bad news, and unfortunately, many bad things are happening in the world. Journalism is supposed to hold powerful to account. Our job is to figure out what the truth is and hold powerful to account. And there are many problems with the news industry, but if we only start reporting happy news, well, that's propaganda. You know, I was born in a country called Soviet Union, thank God. So you can only watch wildlife documentaries and zone out of their reality, but then you're not really being a responsible citizen either.
No, you're definitely
so
right.
What we need to do, yeah. So what we need to do is find the ways of engaging with journalism and public. Report what's happening and to hold powerful to account, which by definition means we have to report on some things that aren't very pleasant.
No, you're right. Thank you for setting that right. We were just in the process of debating about depression as well, how we can move out of this, but you're definitely right that journalism is about the truth and holding powerful people accountable. Dear audience, I'm sorry, we are all slowly coming to an end, and I think everybody of you is ready for a small game, right? So actually the game is with all our speakers. Mikola, are you still there? I hope so.
I'm here.
Okay, good. So the little game I want to play is, I will say a first half of a sentence, and I will ask you as the speakers to complete the sentence. So not to speak a lot, try to finish the sentence which I start. And why I do this game is because I want to think about what kind of takeaways you guys, our viewers, can take. And that's why I'm trying to have formulated the sentences like that, that in the end it's a takeaway which you can write down, which you can quote, which you can tell your friends about. So let me first start with Natalia. The following sentence. One thing everyone should know about disinformation is...
It's not just fake news, it's fake history, the rewriting of history, fake narrative.
Disinformation ruins communities. It ruins countries.
Okay, good. Mikola, you know that you see fake news when?
When you hear something ridiculous. So just trust your inner fact checker. Whenever you hear something ridiculous, it might be fake news.
Thank you for this reaction. Grace, we can make it harder for disinformation, fake news to take root by way of... We can make it harder for disinformation to take root, to be effective, by way of...
Cross-referencing your sources, yeah? Delaying sitting with the news and...
Question to Natalia, and then I will finish. Get your facts right by... If somebody can answer it, it's Natalia. Get your facts right.
Get your facts right by going to good, reliable sources and checking your sources, checking who is presenting them.
Excellent. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for also allowing me to be a bit more strict towards that, but I wanted to finish on time. We all had a long day, and I thank you all for your attention, for your participation, especially also the panelists. I look to Grace, to Vincent, but also especially Natalia, and we think of you, Mikola, and wish you all the best. Thanks, Konrad Adenauer Stiftung, and all our partners.
Thank you so much, Henry. Thank you for everyone who has been on the panel. We're so grateful for you. We're so grateful for the people who have been on Zoom. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for waiting this long. We know you're so exhausted and you're so tired, but thank you so much for being so patient with us. We've come to an end of this session or of this social media convention 2023. But before we leave, I'd actually want to introduce Ian Wawire, who is actually working with KQ, that is Creative Arts and Culture, to just talk briefly about what KQ does, and also if you've been seeing the art outside, that is Ian. So he's going to come and say something before Anna comes to close on this discussion.
All right, thank you very much. My name is Wawire Ian. I'm the Creative Executive Director at KQ. We are an arts and culture collective, but also organization that uses art and creativity for social change and civic engagement. So for us, we believe when we work with artists, we can actually inspire change and also challenge initiative to actually put together an exhibition. The exhibition you see out there is actually AI generated. So the pictures that you see there were generated by AI. So they were not made by a human being, but they were actually generated by AI. So I think for us, when we're actually thinking about this exhibition, we're thinking about how we can inspire an understanding of how the AI has reached to the point of actually imagining humans in real form, you know. Those are actually not humans. Those are just actually people that the AI has generated. Thank you very much to my team, the people that actually worked on this, and we hope to see you engaged in these conversations further. Thank you.
So to close up this Social Media Convention 2023, please put your hands together and welcome Anna Raisman.
Mic check.
Hey, thank you so much, guys, for really being here, staying here with us. Abbas promised to do a wrap-up of the entire convention. No, we are not going to do this. We are actually just coming to the stage to really give a few messages, few notes, few signs, symbols of appreciation. It has been an amazing day, a very insightful one. I think really it would be very difficult to wrap it up. And I think it would not do it any justice. And I believe, and thank you very much, Henry, for taking it on and playing this game. Try to play this game in your own head. What are your takeaways from today? I must say, as somebody who is representing a political foundation here that whose vision it is to shape democracy, and we know how important social media are to reach out to different people. Today, I learned a thing or two to really consider when we try to push for our content and to try to reach out to people. And, you know, some names have been mentioned here from whom to learn on Twitter or TikTok and so on. And I really think it's worthwhile looking into these profiles. We need to be really unconventional. We need to be creative. We need to be fun for people to really enjoy what we are doing, enjoy our content. Only if this speaks to the motions and sentiments of the people, then we get also their minds to follow us on this journey of, in our case, shaping democracy. In every one of you, in your very own professional or private this year you will also, I believe, I hope, have some take-homes, how you can become more resilient or more professional, get more attention to what you are doing. And I believe everything really starts by reflection, reasoning, and taking it from our individual responsibility. No matter whether if we just engage on social media, if we are users, or if we are content producers, each of us actually on social media is not only a user, we are also content producers. So let's make the ethics count also in our own life, in our private and professional life. So thank you very much for being such an amazing audience, such an amazing crowd of people participating in this conference. And before I give the word to Abbas, thank you very much for being such an amazing partner.
Flowers.
And I know that in this house, people clap a lot for themselves. And usually it is this gentleman who is inviting everyone to clap for him or herself. And really today we want to clap also for you and your entire team. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much, the guys there in the background, everyone who was running around here. It's not only today, it takes a lot of preparation to kick off such a convention. So really, thank you very much to MCI. And thank you very much also to all our other partners who have joined forces with us to run the workshops, the expert roundtables, all the different rooms. Really, without the partners, we never could have done this without you guys. And I would like to give also a special thanks to my own team. So the team, are you still here or are you still working in the background? So Nicholas,
Yay,
please
Nick.
come. Please come to the front because
Run over.
It's us often to be in the limelight, but to
Clap
be
for
honest,
Nick,
if there is somebody on the cast team,
everybody.
then it was Nicholas, who deserves all the appreciation. So thank you very much, Nicholas. It's amazing to have such people on your team. If you have them, you can just show up here and give a few nice words, and the work is being done. Thank you very much. And now to you, Abbas.
Yes. Clap for Anna, everybody. Clap for cast team. Clap for KQ. Clap for 4040. Clap for Global Shapers. Clap for Aga Khan. Hi, Benson. Clap for Grace. Clap for Policy. Who's left? Clap for yourselves. Right? Wait now, eh? MCI is coming. Huh? Clap for MCI. So it's really an honor to host this convention. Not because we have a good space, not because we have, good production, but because the trust that we have with our partners to believe that we can deliver, but also to believe that we are interested in this conversation as well. And I want to, just like Anna did, spotlight her team. I equally want to spotlight my team because, again, I'm always in the lights and the limelight, but there is a team behind all the action. So the production team over there, Mr. Bukenya, executive producer Bukenya, can you wave? Kenya, wave. Put the camera on that guy. Huh? So that man single-handedly makes all these things work out. So Kenya, can't thank you enough. There's Patricia. Have you seen the energy that is Patricia? See her running around. But my team, I can't name everyone. It's just too many people. But we really, really appreciate CAS for again and again working with MCI. And I want to thank, there's a guy who was here, Abby. You guys meet Abby? Did you meet Abby? Yes, Abby, took over. So it means some of these MCing gigs that you see may be going to AI soon, so we don't waste a lot of time with the MCs that speak for a very long time. Just use AI to do the introductions and we get started. I have enjoyed myself today. I've learned a lot, but most importantly, I have felt that each and every person that has been here today felt really at home, felt welcomed. So did you have fun? Did you have fun? Good. No? Who said no? You can't say no. Did you eat enough? A lot. Good. Did you drink enough? Good. Did you learn? Okay, that's all we needed. The other 3 things I mentioned, if they didn't satisfy you as long as you learned something, is there anything you're taking home with you? Okay, that's it. Well, the party is not yet over. We're getting started. So I'm going to request you to carry your bags and all the things you have to the other side of the hub, because there we have a cocktail and we have a band playing. And there, we do not want any more discussion and get to know each other. But the other thing that is critical, where I will allow you guys at least to experience a little bit of AI, is the exhibition. So take time, walk through the exhibition. If you see Ian, make sure he guides you around each and everything and explain what the AI did in each of those photos. I'm not putting you on the spot. Otherwise, God bless you, safe journey, and enjoy the cocktail in full. And now you can clap for me as well. Good night.
The expectation that is related. Coming into this program, I've been in a position to understand that actually social media and AI has a very huge hand into the future of governance that we're going to. So the expectation that is related to learning is one that has highly been met. So from my own personal end, I feel very thrilled and excited. I've been in a position to learn and put myself in a position that understands the role that social media plays and AI plays.
I've met my expectations because I've got to know different things that I didn't actually know. I was just out there on social media, just doing what other people are doing. But right now, it's like a lesson that I've got to learn more and more. There is that session that we are in, that is concerning to the community development and how you deal with people on social media, which actually I didn't have any knowledge about it, but I got to everything. So I am so humbled to be here. Yeah, it has been a dream come true, because I have never been in that situation when someone is like, when they see you on social media, people are just saying you're slaying.
The social media convention is a space that I have not been in for a while, so it was a nice opportunity to get to hear the conversations that people are having, to meet new people, to also learn from the different panels that were there and the workshops on AI, on storytelling. It's really important to get out of your own, networks, and then get to hear what other people are building, what other people are learning, what experts are saying, and do some research. And I think the social media convention is a wonderful platform to share, to learn, but also to grow, because it's interactive and you get to be there in person. So it was really nice to be part of the convention in terms of we were hosting a workshop, but then also be a guest and an attendee and learn and hear from the different people and speakers who are here.